This is the Royal Mike's Universe, the updated version. In the last video, we just already told about the discussion of the Shmi 150 website for the disclaimer side as well. And as you can see, that in this website has been completely updated and changed the title into this one, and that you see that red floating red velvet, nothing floating like this and whatever. And another feature that you will be going to be clicking around of this and the co-host, probably that must be some sort of like these things. If you click one of their things as well, that completely absolutely changes like that. So, and the last video that we just already checked out, we have already checked out for all 8 projects, and probably it's absolutely going to be doing for whatever we try to do. We have already checked around the Crumb Seeker, and I don't almost forget is for the description in the amount of like, I guess, because this is absolutely not Royal Might, but the real name isn't probably like this absolutely whatsoever, and that should be lead to his channel. And probably many know that are posting Cookie Run stories on YouTube for anything what I just try to do this, because what is Royal Mike gonna be trying to do for starting his channel? Other random games, and he decided to play Cookie Run. But aside from that, I'm also a programmer and probably somewhat decent video editor and ambitious events host. And looks like this is absolutely for a new version that we're going to be speaking out. My other interests are Five Nights at Freddy's, but I don't really think this is going to be stands for Five Nights at Freddy's like this. Pizza Tower is probably some sort of a dangerous and not considering for kids like this one. And this is not going to be doing for such as kids as well. And if you just see this for one content, murder drones, I don't think this is not gonna be for kids like there. And if I just gonna be finding out for some sort of a murder drones around for many more like this. And the digital circus was pretty not for kids anymore like this one, because that was pretty terrorized. Because what is absolutely for the interest is, for my interest is Forza Motorsports and Forza Horizon. The animator versus animation is probably going to be recommended for bad kids, and occasionally Minecraft, Geometry Dash, and Plants vs. Zombies. And he also likes puzzle games and rhythm games in general, but I like racing games as realistic simulations, Forza Motorsport, Horizon, Gran Turismo, Assetto Corsa, and Competizione for many things a lot. Because in about selection, that doesn't add it for such as racing games like this, because only for such as random stuff and shooting like these things and win the war by 2024. And this has got to be something a little bit for this one. And we got some sort of a links. We almost forgot to say we couldn't access for Ko-Fi, YouTube, and Discord and Twitter. Discord and Twitter isn't going to be acceptable to not allowed to see this site as well, or any other kinds like these things. The accessible for things that you're going to link is Ko-Fi and YouTube as well. He has his YouTube channel and a lot of these things. He has his server and it has his Twitter account that were done in 8 projects: the Crumb Seeker, Holiday Cake Shop, Oven Booth, the 6 Soul Jam, Cookie Challenge, Who's More Than Likely, Gacha Labs, and Virtual Hotel. So, that we already seen about this one that we're going to be represented to start around here. So, here we go again. First off, let's jump into the Crumb Seeker. And because that sound effect is that pretty loud, and welcome back to Crumb Seeker as we're gonna be clicking around for each load like this thing as well. We have some news around inside of for some sort of a Crumb Seeker. We have seen the updated logs as well. I think this is absolutely for some sort of a bug like this, and changes music, some sort of like these things. I think we're gonna be trying to hear for some sort of a Crumb Seeker soundtrack. We have to just try to help like this thing. So things have just gonna be changes away for just a little bit here, and this is the music credits around here itself. For to do this, to join the community that leads on to Discord or anything about of this thing as well. So by supporting the Ko-Fi like this, anything as well. So I couldn't able to be returning back as well. So I'm not gonna be around for just a little bit mine, but I can't go back because exactly I wasn't probably even for a mod. And next, let's go into the holiday cake shop where I just absolutely make my own as well. So we're gonna be trying to make my own for just only assets to make, and I'm probably not sure this isn't going to be just like even to do this. We're gonna be order rush, and we see we loaded everything perfectly, and here comes that customer. I think that this isn't gonna be going to be anyways as well. Next up is the oven booth, and this is absolutely for the oven. Probably, and not sure. The oven booth is pretty such as one important thing that custom mages and even ourselves to choose around any file to do this. And instead of like this gonna be doing for a custom gacha mode is absolutely pretty some sort of right like this, and disable quotes. And I shouldn't be able to do this because if I just gonna be playing like this without anything that leads us into the era as well, we have anything that we wanted to do, and I'm probably not sure that doesn't gonna be pretty much more sense like this than instead of this. And here is the 6th Soul Jam, and we're gonna be creating everything that we just gonna be trying to do. So let's hear we have we updated as well as we're look into the brand new 6th Soul Jam. But here it is. This is absolutely for a new studio like this as well. So we cannot able to get for reaching like this one. So I'm probably we're gonna be doing this again. Let's do this once again as we're gonna be clicking around, and it does absolutely work. And what is absolutely probably look like, and it's pretty such as a good thing as well. And I didn't absolutely gonna be doing for this one because before we're gonna be headed on to the legacy site, I'm probably not sure that we're gonna be doing this for right now. So we have some sort of even for the chapter script and the script as well for just gonna be doing for line. So the numbers are activated for just gonna be doing for the character line and the script line. So let's start with this one character that automatically starts as well for this pasting around. We're gonna be doing for the ID here and your name here, size, color, and making anything as well. The URL isn't going to be such as probably work that I didn't absolutely gonna be using for such a state instead of a character, and I cannot believe that doesn't gonna be making for much more sense as well. And because that I just pretty seen for the manual as we just didn't probably to do so. But starting in the character isn't gonna be probably for just one work because it definitely works by adding something else or something is absolutely secretly probably try to do as well. And this is the state and URL to get onto the ID as well, and didn't absolutely try to say anything as well. And next up we move on to the script line, which is we have a background, but unfortunately that doesn't gonna be probably work around here because of Discord, and I definitely not know that isn't going to be this thing as well. The old oven break style isn't likely available like this one. And we got another line is the message. The ID isn't going to be just like this because we're going to be doing the same name as such as Big Smoke that we just going to be doing for just only one thing because we cannot able to try to do this because it's absolutely for an error to do so. And because of this some sort of a message but a missing character is probably some sort of nothing. Narration is probably working to do this, and we're gonna be trying to do, say, Grove Street, and we're gonna be seeing with absolutely without further ado, it has 15 assets, and we're gonna be clicking that now, and we're gonna be seeing that I'm just gonna be going to click here. If we're gonna be clicking here, it does sounds like a little bit better like this one. So today that we're another one that we just completely doing this already, and it absolutely does pretty work on narration, but instead of the old one, because the new one sounds pretty better or something like this. The next one is the Centerprise. We don't have any URL for just, I didn't absolutely try to notice like this. The Shakes, and probably for the message background, and the duration is probably didn't work as well, because this is absolutely going to add a line or a message, and looks like that doesn't gonna be making sure. The ID is absolutely missing, and it gets the chapter script that we didn't absolutely tried it. And let's gonna be trying to add the mode we have for such as Kingdom, Oven Break, and Oven Break new like this one. So this is absolutely for the Kingdom is absolutely some sort of one thing. The Oven Break is absolutely standard, and recalibrated with the Kingdom is absolutely making remix like this thing. In the mode look like this one, because start only for just only one mode, and this is the audio, the type of music and sound, but unfortunately that does not matter. That isn't going to be working as well, and probably I'm not going to be doing for this except the narration line that is absolutely message one thing. It is not going to be trying to do what anything about for this thing, as we're going to be trying to say Grove Street home, at least before I flipped everything up. And we're going to be trying to get onto the legacy site, is right over here. Is it going to be load perfectly? I guess it was. This is the legacy site, and let's go for narrate, and then is absolutely going for Grove Street, and we're going to be trying to see it has 11 assets on the legacy site, but it still managed to load a little bit pretty perfect, and it sounds like it'll be pretty better like this one, and it's ridiculously loud as well, and I make sure that isn't going to be headed back as we look onto the screen as well. As you remember of these for settings that how to do onto this in the legacy site, because example like this for the old-fashioned things isn't going to be probably like to do so. This is where you save anything that were before that I don't really matter, is that we're gonna be trying to save as well, because back onto this for a new site of Sixth Soul Jam, you can actually save anything where you want. Let's head over to the cookie challenge, and we're gonna be selecting all the kingdoms like we just gonna be probably we already guessed, but I really don't know that, but still that isn't going to be just like is only one thing. And we got some sort of an oven break like these things, and we got the timer set up 196 cookies. We just completely able to start almost 200 cookies about of this day. And instead of the cookie challenge like 116 cookies like itself, for it's just like it's absolutely gingerbreads like this, because if the fun fact that you know, cookie ones are probably for made by for some sort of a gingerbreads or gingerbread men and women like these things for some sort of like a muscular things or some sort of rounded everybody like this one. We're gonna be moving on to the questions, as we're gonna be trying to move anything that we already want to answer the questions like this. Gonna be doing to shuffle question and many more like these things, and this is absolutely pretty infinite as well, as you're just gonna be clicking a lot of there much that glitches any pictures that turn into some sort of corrupted thing, as I'm not pretty possible that we're gonna be trying to say. as we're gonna be many for so much answers. We absolutely ask for a little bit of one questions. And next, we're going to get into the Gacha Labs. We absolutely possible to do, as we're gonna be clicking anything but one. But instead of going for over 15 minutes, is absolutely pretty over it. So let's just go into for a secret rates as well, and we receive a lot of these things. Another oven break reference isn't going to be such as work, and I guess it's completely worked. This is the power-ups, and this is the costumes, and we got for just to be left out of the oven. And this is the Cookie Run Kingdom size, and we have our soul crystals, and that doesn't get to be pop out for a page. Let's just gonna be doing this again, but I cannot believe this isn't actually that the results that we just spent a lot more like this. We have some images gonna be pretty working right now, and we have a cubic like these things. This is the custom area where it is absolutely unlocking for some crazy costumes or matter random costumes like itself, or just many much more like this one. So we have the relics, or some sort of like these things, not many more like these ones as well. And we have for the Flame of Unity, we have the Experience Star Jelly level 12 that can cost a lot of these things, instead of this one for Flame of Unity 2 that can cost a lot of crystals, over thousands in crystals and cubes as well. And really pretty think so, we have our virtual hotel. So we're just gonna be going inside of the virtual hotel, and will not tell me that isn't going to be like this one. You can absolutely try to sign in, but you can select any stages to do so. We have our second stage, and the third stage is absolutely, I'm not sure. We're in the prologue stage, and that is all for some sort of a stage like there. So there you have it in Royal Mike's Universe updated version. If you just whatever you try to browse this website over here, and I'm going to be making sure that the link is going to be description down below, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe and click that bell. And don't forget that we're going to be doing for some contracts with some 4 links, whatever you want to do so. And instead of Discord and Twitter, just going to be doing YouTube and Ko-Fi as well. So thanks for watching, for all your support, and that this website review has been completed like this one, and not many other kinds like these things in the upcoming changes. And because in the near future that changes anything, or the website might be able to be deleted, I mean, because of it wasn't just like the limited time, because like other kinds like these things aren't like this interested of old like this. And I'm just gonna be try to guess around here, because in the last video that we review it about for separated even 2 videos, and it looks like that is all it for everything is about for over 15 minutes. And if you just try to let me know in the comments below that this is no likely upcoming like this one, and add it somewhere in the Crumb Seeker, and I'll be see you in a comic studio. And thanks for watching, for all your support, and this is going to be Turbo Concept is signing off, and I'm not going to be going back even for racing content like itself, because this is a racing channel that we're going to be doing for any more of these stuff, including trucking, motorsports, and whatever we want to do for this public transportation, to do this as well for likely random stuff. And also Minecraft content and Roblox was even deleted and probably gone forever, because I'm never going to be trying to get things a little bit back for it to do this. Because thanks again, and I hope you see you for another video.